Hi all, welcome back. In this list, in this episode, we will see the list of the monitoring task. Monitoring task means through any monitoring tool like AppD, Dynatrace or ELK, Splunk, something like that, or any New Relic. Okay, using those any one of or some of the monitoring tool, what are the tasks has to be taken care to make sure SRE, site reliability engineering. Literally speaking, a set of engineering practice which is related to the monitoring. Okay, so has to be set of engineering practice has to be followed to get site as a reliability, more to create the reliability on any sites. Okay, the first thing I will start with the database. So any application definitely that some, at least most of the application will have database, right? So database has to be monitored. What are the things? Replication status, again from master to slave to master. Okay, that's kind of replicas. So replication status has to be monitored. It's working a fine art. Similarly, open connection. So how many database connection has opened? How many connections are allowed? Okay, then input output per second, IOPS. Okay, in input and output byte rate. Okay, the amount of data in input and output. So all things has to be monitored. Expensive query. So what are the queries are taking long time? So that things has to be monitored. Space and storage. Usually people will call it a stable space, right? So that space is available. How much empty space are available? Okay, then any DB error has to be monitored. So these are the some of the monitoring task related to database. Okay, has to be taken care by the SRE or recommended by the SRE. Log monitoring, yes, we know that. Okay, that is extensive list. Then system health monitoring. Okay, database. Okay, system health monitoring sense what are let's say where we are running app server or web server. Okay, so that how what are things has to be monitored. CPU usage, server ping test, server load average in the sense how many processes are running. Okay, and file system usage, memory RAM utilizations. Okay, network utilization, how many bytes are going, how many inbound, outbound, what are the ports are there. Okay, firewall monitoring, what are the ports are allowed and denied. Okay, so all these are some of the task for system health monitoring with respect to the SRE. Then SIAM monitoring, security monitoring. Okay, that is what here. So invalid password access. For example, if it is web applications, how many times a user tried with invalid password. If it is more than 3 attempts, then we should block such account, right? Okay, it will happen in any banking domain. So this is one of the tasks should be recommended by the SRE. Unusual access location. Usually, let's say if it is SBI, we will access the SBI website from India only. Okay, if it is comes from US or from any other countries, then that should be monitored and notified how many access or how many out of India the user has access the online websites. Online SBI site something. Similarly, phishing attack, failure login attempt, invalid password. Okay, is different, and failure login attempt is different. Okay, then application performance. Okay, if it is APM. Okay, if you are monitoring through the APM tool, what are the things? Response time or latency time. Okay, response times. Okay, end user experience. So how people are navigating through the websites. Okay, and in website they stopped end user monitoring, real user monitoring, RAM. Okay, RAM monitoring. Okay, then monitoring of health of microservices. If it is microservice applications, okay, all of the microservices are available and how it is healthy, all the things has to be monitored. And of course response data. In fact, monitor the latency of each request. API response monitoring. API response monitoring means error rate and HTTP status code. So any how many response has more with the 300 error, something like that. Okay. URL monitoring. URL monitoring in the sense uptime monitoring. Whether the particular URL is accessible or not. Okay. And garbage collections. How often? How if it is Java application, garbage collection has to be monitored. How much of object is reclaimed, how much garbage collection is dumped, everything. So these are some of the tasks with respect to application performance monitoring. Okay. Alerting, yes, alerting tool has to be so alerting tool API has to be checked whether the whenever we want to send the alert, it is reaching the alert, alerting the system for alerting system for example, it is email or any pager duty, something like that. Okay, so alert has to be reached, alert has to be checked whether it is working fine as per our expectation. Okay, then log monitoring. Yes, log monitoring, it has to be done so that from the logs only many of the things can be inferred, or yes, log based metrics. A lot of log based metrics can be generated for the applications. Okay, these are the tasks are related to the monitoring of SRE task. Okay, thank you.